General McMaster is a top Trump national security advisor, and he went on Fox News where he proceeded to defend the indefensible.
This tweet by President Trump instantly became one of his most memorable. It was posted just after 11 p.m. on the night of September 23rd, and it read, and I quote, "Just heard Foreign Minister of North Korea speak at UN. If he echoes thoughts of Little Rocket Man, they won't be around much longer." General, did you receive advance warning that that tweet was going to go out?
Well, the president doesn't have to clear anything with me, but what the president's tweet is very consistent with his policy. I think what's important to understand with both the Iran policy and with the North Korea policy, the president gave us very clear guidance at the outset. We delivered, as the national security team, multiple options to the president, had broad-ranging discussions. The president has made decisions on very coherent, well-laid-out strategies, and that's what we're executing now.
I want to ask about the tweet, though. Do you and the president proceed from a shared view that the public denigration of another head of state, an attempt at publicly humiliating an adversary on the world stage with a derisive term like Little Rocket Man, that can have some positive strategic impact?
I think what the real danger is in terms of communicating with Kim Jong-un is that if he doesn't understand how serious we are about his behavior and the behavior of the regime. And the president's been very clear on that, and I think it's beneficial to the safety and security of not only the United States, but our great allies in South Korea and Japan and the world.
These guys are so full of shit, it's incredible. I mean, what he just did is like the definition of putting lipstick on a pig. You got the idiot temper tantrum president shooting from the hip and saying dumb things that threaten war, clearly. And he's like, yeah, I think this is consistent with the message that we've been trying to get through the administration, and we want to show them that we're serious. And, like, what are you, the idiot whisperer? That's what he's doing. He's like, oh no, don't worry, this is fine. This is fine. Everything's going exactly according to plan, and this is all totally calculated, and I don't want anybody to worry. Like, what the fuck is this, man? And then I think the most important point is he keeps stressing like, oh, the regime has to know their actions are out of line. But what the fuck is Trump? What is Trump? I've mentioned this piece like 5 or 6 times on the show, but I keep mentioning it because I think it's a really powerful piece. But Adam Johnson of FAIR wrote about how it doesn't matter what the U.S. says or does. Everything is portrayed in corporate media and spun as, at worst, oh, the U.S. is like stumbling into war with North Korea. It's just a slow slide into war. We might, wake up one day and find out, wow, we're at war with North Korea. As opposed to, if you objectively analyze the actions of any other nation, one would say, hey, it looks like you're the aggressor. It looks like you're the one who's going on offense. I mean, he literally threatens war on Twitter on a weekly basis. Sometimes he goes as far as to threaten what sounds like genocide. We will rain fire and fury down on North Korea. Fire and fury. So, if any other nation did that, when that nation had the biggest military in human history and a track record of offensive wars, and the other nation has a military budget of 37 cents and a Pop-Tart, how can anybody look at that and go, yeah, it appears like Kim Jong-un is the one who's going to launch an offensive strike? No, it looks like the U.S. that's exactly the debate that's going on behind the scenes. I wouldn't be surprised if there was only 1 or 2 people in the administration, at best, who are just holding Donald Trump back from launching an attack on North Korea. I would not be surprised about that because he doesn't understand the consequences of his actions. He doesn't get it. Like, oh, if you launch on North Korea, they launch on South Korea. Hundreds of thousands of people dead, maybe millions of people dead. That's not really an option. That's not really on the table to do this. But I don't think I don't think he gets it. And even if he got it, I don't think he cares. We're going to have success. He was tweeting about how what the last administrations did, it didn't work. Clinton, Bush, Obama did not work. There's only one option left. That's what Trump was saying. That is a clear threat of war. that we are going to attack you. Not, hey, maybe you're about to attack us and then we'll respond in self-defense. No, that is, we are going to attack you. And also to Trump, like, what does that mean? Oh, it didn't work. What didn't work? To me, failure on the issue of North Korea is if you do a fucking war with them. He's just saying, no, the fact that there's still, a regime there that we don't agree with, that we don't like, that's doing horrible things, and that's not beholden to U.S. power, that's a failure. Well, what a 180 from the campaign trail when half the time he spoke about how non-intervention is the way to go and how we're not supposed to get involved in all these other countries. So, man, it's just so fucking creepy to see somebody who's supposed to be, I'm a very serious person. I'm a General McMaster. Look at my bald head and the way I'm talking. I'm so serious. I'm an expert in all these complex matters that are above your head if you're a regular citizen. And yes, let me tell you about how the president's tweet referencing Little Rocket Man is part of our strategy. And it's totally fine, and there's nothing wrong with it. Dude, you know damn well it's not fine. You know damn well we're on the brink of war. You know damn well Trump wants a war. You know damn well he's the one that wants to go on the offense. And your ass is out there talking about how they need to understand that their actions are not permissible. What about our actions? What about Trump? Is what Trump's doing permissible? Hell no, it's not permissible. And I just can't get over the hypocrisy of a nation where, listen, since look at what we did in Iraq. Like, that just happened. It just fucking happened. We're still in Iraq. We offensively invaded a country that didn't attack us, destroyed it. ISIS rose out of the ruins. We're still over there. We're still in Afghanistan. We're bombing 7 different countries. We still have Guantanamo Bay open. We still torture. No habeas corpus. No due process. And then we're going to talk about how these actions are not permissible. What the fuck? What about our actions? How about that? What about our actions? Are they permissible? No, of course it's permissible, because when we do it, it is by definition defensive. And at worst case scenario, like Adam Johnson says, we're just stumbling into war. It's not that our maniac president is purposefully escalating to try to get a war and that he's going on offense. No. It's that we're stumbling backwards. I mean, it just happens sometimes. And here, we'll send out an official-looking jack-off like General McMaster to say, oh, well, this is totally fine. It's part of the plan. No, that's exactly right. He's putting them on notice. That's what he's doing. World affairs are being conducted like a WWE event. Where you got Trump's out there, Little Rocket Man. Ew, what do you have, bombs and missiles? What are you going to shoot North Korea? Well, maybe we should do regime change. Maybe we should do that. And Trump's manager goes out there and puts a good face on it. My client is very serious, and he wants you to know that your actions are unacceptable. We joke about it, but these are scary times. These are scary times. We really are on the brink of war with North Korea. So this is no laughing matter. And the administration should stop covering up for the man baby.